Hello everyone! Welcome to today's video on applying instructional design principles from CTML. It's time to put theory into practice. My name is Tasneem Alkam. Let's get started. We will be exploring two instructional design principles derived from the cognitive theory of multimedia learning, or CTML. These principles are designed to enhance how learners process information, helping us create more effective and engaging learning materials. We'll discuss why these principles work according to the theory and show how you can use them to create better learning experiences. The first principle we'll explore is the segmenting principle, which targets essential processing in learners. Essential processing refers to the cognitive effort required for learners to understand the core material. The segmenting principle suggests breaking complex information into smaller, more digestible pieces of information and should be user-paced. According to CTML, this works because it prevents cognitive overload and allows learners to fully process one idea before moving on to the next. I'm going to show you a before and after example of the segmenting principle in action. Here is the before, which describes the cell cycle in one big block of text. This kind of description may cause cognitive overload because the learner doesn't have the chance to process each piece of information independently. Additionally, it is difficult to grasp what the essential elements of the cell cycle are when they are presented like this. Now let's look at an example of the segmenting principle in action. So this is an interactive lesson of the cell cycle, and as you can see, the information is split up into 9 different slides of how the cell cycle works. Additionally, this is user-paced, meaning that the learner can process the information at their own pace and then click next when they are ready to move on. And this is a great example of how to use the segmenting principle. The second principle we are exploring today focuses on minimizing extraneous processing, which is cognitive effort that overwhelms the learner by including too much information. We can use the coherence principle to remove unnecessary details, visuals, or sounds that can distract learners. According to CTML, this works because reducing extraneous information frees up cognitive resources that learners can use to understand the core content. Here is an example of the coherence principle in action using the water cycle. On the left, you see a cluttered diagram with too many images and text. It's difficult to understand what elements are essential to the water cycle. In the diagram on the right, only the key principles of the water cycle are highlighted. This allows learners to focus entirely on the important content without getting distracted. To sum up, we've explored two instructional design principles derived from CTML. The segmenting principle, which enhances essential processing by breaking down complex information into smaller user-paced parts, and the coherence principle, which reduces extraneous processing by eliminating distractions. By applying these principles, you can design learning materials that are clearer, more engaging, and more effective. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's instructional design video. Any questions you may have can be directed to my email. I'll see you next time.